I'm curious to know the answer to this question because you hear a lot of liberals, especially on social media, talking about, well, conservatives, they're all for guns and gun rights and the Second Amendment. So when there's a mass shooting, like with country music fans, likely Republicans. So I have no sympathy. That's what some CBS executive said. She has no sympathy because they're likely Republicans, and Republicans are all for gun rights and all that stuff. So the chickens have come home to roost, so they deserve to be shot. It's the same thing that a few people were saying on social media about the shooting that happened at that baseball game with Republicans where Steve Scalise was shot and he's just now recovering. And they were saying, well, these are Republicans, so they're all about guns and guns, so, well, they deserve what they get. So I just have to ask this then. If Republicans and conservatives deserve to be shot because of their beliefs, do liberals deserve to be blown up, run over by cars and trucks, and stabbed and terrorized by terrorists because of their beliefs? And I'm specifically talking about the gay nightclub in Orlando where the Muslim terrorists shot those people for being gay, and Nice, what's happened in Nice, and you just and the Bataclan and the nightclub in Paris, and you notice most of the victims of terrorism are more than likely going to be liberals, because where do terrorists like to target? Big cities. That's where liberals are. Trendy areas. They will target, pride parades, gay nightclubs in general, where young, airheaded, young liberals like to populate. New York City, those are very full of liberals. And, these Islamic terrorists, they'll kill mostly liberals. That's most likely who is being targeted. And liberals, what do they support? What do they believe in? They believe in, all this mass refugees. They don't care if you're illegal or not. We don't care if you're vetted or not or screened or not. Just everyone come on in. Refugees everywhere, left, right, and center. Come on in. So you're saying that conservatives like me should be shot because we believe in gun rights and everything. So should I start saying that liberals should be blown up and shot and stabbed and run over by trucks because of their beliefs in mass immigration? And I have no problem with immigration. As I said, if it wasn't for immigration, I would not be born in Canada because both of my parents are immigrants. And I just gotta say, anybody who is against immigration, you can kiss my ass and get lost, because I am a product of immigrants. I love immigrants. But what I don't like are, first of all, I've always said that, if you're going to be a refugee, you cannot be a refugee if you are being represented by our enemies. Right now, Muslims, whether they like it or not, are being represented by ISIS, whether they like it or not. ISIS says we are the Muslim crusaders. So bringing in Muslims as refugees would be a big Trojan horse. You bring in Jews, you can bring in Christians. They are the ones who are being targeted by ISIS. I don't like immigrants who come and don't produce anything. Many immigrants, if they want to come, do work, especially work that most people in the country don't want to do, clean the toilets, pick the cotton, clean yards. But not only that, you can, work in the medical field, do what you want, own a business. A lot of immigrants own businesses. Look at the Chinese people. They come and they work like dogs, as Rob Ford used to say. And it's true. And they like hearing that because they do work hard. You know, Jamaicans, they come, they build their thing. You know, people say, oh, you know, whatever. Look at how many people enjoy Jamaican food. So there you go. I love immigration, but there are certain things that need to be controlled. I don't like illegal immigration, period. If you're gonna come here, you come here legally. So, but liberals don't think that way. They think, you know, just come anybody, legally, illegally, every refugee on the planet, every Muslim refugee you can find, bring them in, bring them in. We don't care. Despite the fact that Muslims are being represented by ISIS, whether they like it or not. Not most Muslims don't want to be represented by ISIS, but most Germans didn't want to be represented by the Nazis. It's the fact that our enemy, you know, if the refugee can be a Trojan horse, then you cannot bring them in. That's what I'm trying to say. Doesn't matter, bring them in. And if you say anything, you're racist. And we see the consequences of that type of behavior. Terrorism in Edmonton, you know, all this stuff. Yeah, many of them were born in America, but their parents, you know, like for example, the Orlando guy, his parents apparently were connected with Muslim Brotherhood. So even if he was born here or not, his parents were very suspect from the beginning. So they shouldn't have been here in the first place. You know, and what else do liberals tend to not like? They don't like certain laws, like security laws that make it so we can, you know, keep an eye on people and increase security to make sure that we're all safe. You know, liberals just say, oh, who cares? Whatever. So, I mean, I'm just saying, you think that you're trying to spite someone by saying, oh, well, conservatives deserve to be shot. Well, you're not spiting anybody except yourself, because I could come around and say, oh yeah, well, those people at the Pulse nightclub in Orlando deserve to be shot because of their liberal beliefs. But I'm not going to say that because I'm better than that. So the next time, and I hope there are trolls watching this right now, because this is actually a video mostly for trolls, because the people who watch my videos, majority of them actually get it. They're smart people. This is actually a video purely for trolls right now. So if you are one of those jackasses who are saying, oh, conservatives deserve to be shot because of their beliefs, well, then I could turn around and say, you deserve to be blown up, stabbed, shot, run over by a truck, or have whatever the terrorist sees fit to kill you because of your reckless liberal beliefs. I would never say that, but I could just go around and say that right now, just so you know. So think before you talk, you dumbass.